In this podcast episode, Jordan Peterson speaks with Peter Thiel, a prominent entrepreneur and investor known for co-founding PayPal. The discussion revolves around the theme of progress, particularly in the realms of science and technology, and how societal attitudes have shifted over the decades. Thiel expresses skepticism about the current rate of progress, suggesting that it has significantly slowed since the 1960s, and he explores the implications of this stagnation. Thiel begins by outlining his belief that while there have been advancements in the digital realm, such as the rise of the internet, mobile technology, and artificial intelligence, progress in the physical world has stagnated. He argues that the last 50 years have seen a halt in the kind of transformative innovations that characterized earlier periods, such as the Industrial Revolution. Thiel points to a growing sense of apocalyptic fear surrounding scientific endeavors, which he believes has contributed to this stagnation. He suggests that societal fears about the consequences of scientific advancements, particularly in areas like nuclear technology and biotechnology, have led to a more risk-averse culture. The conversation shifts to the historical context of scientific progress, with Thiel noting that much of early science was conducted within Christian monasteries that later evolved into universities. He posits that the Christian worldview, particularly its anthropological aspects, played a crucial role in fostering an environment conducive to scientific inquiry. Thiel argues that the early modern period was characterized by a belief in the intelligibility of the cosmos, which encouraged exploration and innovation. However, he suggests that this belief has eroded over time, leading to a more nihilistic outlook on progress. Thiel contrasts the early modern emphasis on external exploration, symbolized by the Apollo space program, with a contemporary focus on introspection and inner experiences, which he associates with the counterculture movements of the 1960s. He argues that this shift has resulted in a cultural landscape where the pursuit of knowledge and progress is often overshadowed by a desire for personal fulfillment and self-exploration. As the discussion progresses, Thiel delves into the darker dimensions of technological advancement. He highlights the dual-use nature of many scientific discoveries, where innovations intended for good can also be repurposed for harmful ends. Thiel expresses concern about the potential for artificial intelligence and biotechnology to be weaponized, emphasizing the need for a more cautious approach to these technologies. He suggests that the current trajectory of technological development may lead humanity into a trap of its own making, where the very tools designed to improve life could instead pose existential threats. The conversation also touches on the psychological aspects of human behavior, particularly the role of imitation in social dynamics. Thiel references the work of René Girard, who emphasized the mimetic nature of human desire and how it can lead to rivalry and conflict. Thiel argues that without a transcendent framework to guide human behavior, societies can easily devolve into envy-driven competition, which can be destructive. He suggests that the Christian emphasis on self-sacrifice and love for one's neighbor provides a necessary counterbalance to the darker impulses of human nature. Thiel contrasts this with the more secular, rational approaches to social organization, which often overlook the complexities of human psychology. He posits that a return to a more sacrificial ethos, one that prioritizes the well-being of others over individual desires, could help mitigate some of the societal issues stemming from unchecked competition and envy. As the podcast draws to a close, Thiel reflects on the future of progress and the potential for a renewed sense of purpose in scientific and technological endeavors. He emphasizes the importance of fostering a culture that values exploration and innovation while remaining mindful of the ethical implications of these pursuits. Thiel advocates for a return to the foundational principles that once drove scientific inquiry, suggesting that a re-engagement with the transcendent aspects of human existence could help guide society toward a more positive trajectory.